Hi there. Three ways to put daily deposits into your life accounts. I'm Gina Ramirez, a licensed therapist and certified health coach, and I talk everything health and wellness from the mind, the body, and the behavior. And hello, today is another Coach's Corner, a bonus Coach's Corner for this week. If you've been following along in our community all month long, we're talking about professional women, working women who are killing it at work and coming home to their second shift and killing it there too, right? Some days, not so much. So today I wanted to focus on self care, which is something I talk a lot about in our community. We spend a lot of time talking about how do you take care of yourself? And by taking care, I am talking about putting in those daily deposits into your life accounts. What are my life accounts? They are mental, physical, social, spiritual, and career. Those five life accounts. Everybody's got them. You may not have a career. Maybe you're retired. So maybe that fifth life account is your retirement account. How are you putting deposits, making yourself feel good and increasing the goodness, right, in each of those accounts so that when stress happens, you're not bankrupt? You're not left completely empty, void, which only leads to, which we know, burnout, stress, all kinds of nastiness, right? When we feel depleted, we're not able to give the time and energy that we want to the things that we love, to the people that we love. So we got to take care of ourselves. I wrote a newsletter this past week about three ways of self care: inside, outside, and distractions. So I wanted to cover that today because I just think it's so important for you to tap into the one that's going to move the needle most for you. So when I talk self-care with people, usually they say something like, "Well, I got my hair done and I'm feeling pretty good," or "I got a mani-pedi and that made me feel great." Those are great things. If that makes you feel good and that's putting a little deposit into your life accounts, fantastic. But is it moving the needle in your stress? Are you coming down? Is your emotional temperature coming down by you getting a facial or getting a massage or getting your feet done? Maybe. I'm not here to tell you it's not, but I want you to recognize what moves the needle for you most. What is doing it for you the most? Where are you making the biggest deposits? So outside self-care, like I said, anything that you're doing outside the body, it may make you feel good for a little while, but it's short-lived, right? So maybe you do get the mani-pedi, maybe you are going to get the massage or the facial, whatever it is, you're getting your hair done that makes you feel fantastic, you look better. It's a little bit short lived. How about the distractions? Because a lot of us use distractions and call it self care. Let's talk about Netflix. Getting on and binging on a show, right? You get away, you get a brain break from thinking about all the responsibilities and all the projects and the work and the people in your life that are driving you crazy. And that helps to an extent, right? So, there again, short lived. Those things typically do help, but they're short lived things that help. Even reading a book, fantastic. You're getting away. Anything that helps you kind of escape is the distraction. Maybe it's social media and you're going down the scroll hole. Could be hours going down that scroll hole. I'm raising my hand. I've done it too, right? But it only lasts for a very short amount of time. So, what will move the needle? These things I have seen move the needle most for people. Self care, being kind to yourself, so that it's not just affecting the outside of you, but it's also affecting the inside, the physiological pieces that make up the orchestra of your body and the orchestra that is your emotional and physical health. So we've got a lot of parts, and all those parts have to work together, and all those parts have to be at their optimal if you are going to feel your very best, which means we need to be putting in those daily deposits, right? So, what am I talking about here? Inside self care are things like sleeping, right? That's being kind to yourself. Are you getting the 7 to 9 hours of sleep? Are you eating well? Are you eating something green every day? Are you eating 30 grams of fiber a day to help you with elimination? Are you drinking half your body weight in water, in ounces of water every single day? These are the types of things that typically will move the needle farther. So you're going even farther into self care. Meditation and prayer, again, is it so? Ask yourself, is this something that's working on my physiology, on my internal as well as external? Meditation and prayer, great example. Working out, journaling, all the things are going to help your emotional and physical health are self care, things that you are being kind to yourself, that you're putting yourself first in. So, one of the last pieces of this that I want to touch on is coaching because people don't consider coaching as self care. Well, I'm here to tell you it's self care. Being kind to yourself is getting the help that you need when you can't see the forest from the trees. And a lot of times that's why people are seeking out a coach. They've tried on their own, they've gone to the internet, they've searched all the free stuff, and it isn't working. Whatever it isn't working, or it's going really slow. You're making slow progress, and that feels very frustrating, right? So getting a coach is going to make things go much faster. Why? Because we can see the process. We can see the knowledge that maybe you can't. There's a gap. There's a gap somewhere in the knowledge or in the process. And that's why having a coach is part of that self care. Getting in community with other working women who know what it's like to be you. Again, another little piece of self care, of putting a deposit into your life accounts, my friends. And now the 90-day refresh is open, and it's open for working women just like you. If you are watching this and are a working woman who maybe would like a little boost, maybe you aren't struggling so horribly, but you need a little boost. You can feel the fatigue starting to set in. You know that you're not operating at the most optimal level that you could. You would like to achieve your goals faster. That is where coaching comes in. 3 months, 90 days, a quick little jump start, right? I like to call it a quick little jump start because the commitment is minimal and you get that little boost that's going to carry you. This isn't a self care that's short and sweet and feels good in the moment. This is something that will give you skills for a lifetime so that the next time that you feel like you're down in the dumps or you're up against a really stressful moment, you can pull out that tool that you learned. You know exactly what it means to read a food label. You know exactly what it means to emotionally eat and how you're not going to do it anymore. All right, friends, 3 ways of self care. Think about which one moves the needle for you most. Do a combination inside, outside, distract yourself. Absolutely. It's a combination of all the things, right? But which one of those is going to give you the biggest bang for your buck? And don't forget about that coaching because it will go a long way. All right. Until next time, have a fantastic week and rest of your day.